Not long ago, we make a documentary about coal mining in Nigeria. I got calls from people asking few questions that made it seem that they got confused differentiating coal from charcoal. Another set of people are curious about understanding charcoal business and how to start charcoal exploitation business in Nigeria. So we decided to come up with a new documentary of charcoal business in Nigeria. Starting a charcoal export business can be challenging, especially for beginners. However, it is a lucrative venture worth considering. Success in this business requires resilience and the ability to gather information from relevant sources while avoiding information overload. Charcoal exploitation offers impressive profit margins. The international selling price for charcoal ranges from $400 to $800 per ton, making it a high sought-after commodity. Charcoal is not only used for cooking but also as an ingredient in some toothpaste and cosmetics. This versatility in usage increased its demand in global markets. Nigeria, with its vast forest areas, provides limitless access to charcoal. States such as Nasarawa, Kaduna, Jos, Minna, Egbe, Jeba, and Oyo are notable for their large volumes of charcoal available for purchase. The extensive availability of this resource positions Nigeria a significant player in the global charcoal market. Entering the charcoal export business can be done with minimal investment. As a broker, you can start this venture with zero initial capital. The key is to establish connections with reliable suppliers and buyers, ensuring a steady flow of transactions. Coal and charcoal are two carbon-based fuels that have been in use for centuries. While they may seem similar in some ways, they have distinct differences that make them unique. Coal is a fossil fuel that is formed from decomposed organic materials, primarily plant matter, that have been buried for millions of years under intense heat and pressure. This process causes the organic matter to change physically and chemically. Coal is composed primarily of carbon along with small amounts of hydrogen and oxygen. Coal is a non-renewable resource and is mined from the Earth's surface and underground. It is one of the most widely used fossil fuel in the world and is used for a variety of purposes, including electricity generation, steel and cement manufacturing, and other industrial processes. Coal is a significant contributor to greenhouse gas emissions and air pollution, making it a controversial energy source. Check out my video documentary on coal mining in Nigeria to know more about coal, especially the history of coal in Nigeria. In the other hand, which is our focus on today's video, charcoal is a black porous substance that is produced by burning wood or organic materials in the absence of oxygen. This process, known as pyrolysis, drives off moisture, volatile gases, and other impurities, leaving behind a carbon-rich substance. Charcoal is composed primarily of carbon along with small amounts of ash and other impurities. Charcoal has been in use for thousands of years as a fuel source for cooking, heating, and industrial processes. It is prized for its high heat output and long burning time, as well as its ability to burn cleanly and without producing a lot of smoke or pollutants. There are several different types of charcoal, including lump charcoal, briquettes, and activated charcoal. Lump charcoal is made by burning wood in a low oxygen environment and then packaging the resulting charcoal into lumps or chunks. Briquettes are made by compressing charcoal powder with a binder and other additives to create a uniform shape and size. Activated charcoal is a special processed form of charcoal that has been treated with oxygen to create millions of tiny pores and increase its surface area. This makes it useful for filtering and purifying water, air, and other substances. Charcoal is still used today for cooking, particularly in outdoor grilling or barbecuing. It is also used in industrial processes such as metallurgy, where it is used as a reducing agent to remove oxygen from metal ores. Additionally, activated charcoal is used in a variety of applications from medical treatment to air and water filtration. Coal and charcoal are two distinct materials that are often used for eating and other purposes. Here are some key differences between these two substances. Formation. Coal is formed from the remains of dead plants and animals that have been buried and compressed over millions of years. Charcoal, on the other hand, is produced by burning wood or other organic matter in the absence of air. Composition. Coal is primarily composed of carbon, along with small amounts of other elements such as sulfur and nitrogen. Charcoal, meanwhile, is mostly carbon with some ash and other impurities left over from the burning process. Energy content. Coal generally has a higher energy content than charcoal, which makes it more efficient fuel for heating and other purposes. This is due in part of its higher carbon content, which allows it to burn more cleanly and produce more heat per unit of fuel. Availability. Coal is a finite resource that is mined from the earth's crust, while charcoal can be produced from a variety of organic materials, including wood, coconut shells, and even bamboo. This makes charcoal a more sustainable and renewable resource than coal. Uses. While both coal and charcoal can be used for heating and other purposes, they are often used in different ways. Coal is primarily used in industrial processes such as steel production, while charcoal is more commonly used for cooking, heating, and water filtration, as well as for creating artist charcoal and other specialty products. Charcoal exploitation has become a money-making business in Nigeria in recent years, driven by growing demand for the product in international markets. Nigeria is blessed with vast forests, and its abundant supply for timber has made the country a leading producer of charcoal in Africa. Nigerian charcoal is so much in demand in foreign countries because it is made from hardwood. Charcoal from hardwood lasts longer and also produces more heat than charcoal made from other types of wood. The demand for charcoal has increased in recent years, fueled by factors such as population growth, urbanization, and industrialization. As more people move to cities and industries expand, the demand for charcoal as a fuel source has risen. This has led to an increase in the price of charcoal, making it a profitable export commodity for Nigeria. Nigeria's strategic location on the West African coast also makes it an attractive destination for charcoal exporters. The country's ports provide easy access to international markets in Europe, Asia, and in the Middle East. This has made it easier for Nigerian charcoal exporters to reach customers around the world, increasing the profitability of the business. The government has set up export promotion councils and trade missions to help charcoal exporters find buyers and market their products. It has also streamlined the export process by reducing bureaucracy and making it easier for exporters to obtain the necessary permits and licenses. You might be asking, how profitable is charcoal business? Let's do the math. Easy mathematics. A 40-feet container of charcoal contains about 21 tons of charcoal. If packaged in 25 kg of bags, a ton of charcoal contains 40 bags. A 40-feet container carries 840 bags, that is 40 kg bags multiplied by 21 tons. Locally, the price of charcoal depends on your location and strength in negotiations. A bag of unprocessed charcoal costs between 4,000 to 5,000 naira, while a sack of processed charcoal costs 7,000 to 8,000 naira. In the international market, the price range between $200 to $600. Now you can easily guess how much this international deal will amount to when converted to Nigerian currency today. However, the charcoal export business in Nigeria is not without its challenges. Illegal logging and deforestation are major concerns, as they threaten the sustainability of Nigeria's forests and the livelihood of communities that depend on them. There are also the risk of environmental degradation and climate change, as the production of charcoal involves the burning of wood, which releases carbon dioxide into the atmosphere. In this modern day and age, it is almost impossible to complete everything on your to-do list. At some point in our lives, we find ourselves overwhelmed with so much work that it becomes important to delegate these tasks to other people. This is where our today's video sponsor comes in, WorkPro, as they are here to solve that problem by getting those works done efficiently and with top-notch quality. On WorkPro, you can easily hire people to complete these tasks at low cost, so you can focus on what is more important to you, like your family and friends. WorkPro connects you with professional artisans, from engineers and repairers to plumbers, painters, hairstylists, caterers, mechanics, dispatch riders, and more to mention. Join hundreds of happy clients by easily booking an appointment with the artisan you need to work for you on WorkPro app, available on Google Play Store, or visit their website on www.workpro.africa. So why don't you sit back, relax, and let WorkPro do all the work for you? Now, let's get to business. The first thing to consider when venturing into coal export business in Nigeria is to register your business. This literally applies to virtually every businesses in Nigeria. Let's assume you have the capital. The first step to take in becoming a charcoal exporter is to register the business with Corporate Affairs Commission. You have to do this as a limited liability company. If your business is not a limited liability company, you may not be allowed to register with the Nigerian Export Promotion Council (NEPC), and so you can only function as an exporter with a registered limited liability company. Registering your business with CAC makes you more credible than an unregistered member company. Why register with NEPC? Well, NEPC supervises all export businesses in Nigeria, so it is a must that you register with them. Number 2. Product source. If you don't have access to trees or forests where carbonization can be done, it is important to know places in Nigeria where you can get charcoal. These places are Jeba, Kaduna, Jos, Minna, Egbe, Oyo, Nasarawa, and several others. Charcoal is produced in high quantity in these places. When you are sourcing for charcoal, make sure the ones you buy meet international standards. Some buyers check the moisture level, ash level, and other requirements. Number 3. Know your export country. This is mostly neglected by many. It is important you research information about charcoal in the country you intend to export to. Do they have laws or policies on charcoal? Do you know the policy of export in Nigeria? These are what you should know to avoid breaking laws and going into trouble. Be well informed. Number 4. Source for buyers. There is no export without foreign buyers. So when you're looking for buyers, focus more on countries that have a high demand for charcoal. Most are in Europe and Asia, and they demand more than other countries. You can get international buyers on websites like exportersindia.com, alibaba.com, and so on. You just have to register on these websites. There are some social media platforms that are also good if you are in the right group. Source for them. Number 5. Export your product. The final step is for you to start the exportation of the charcoal. What this means is sending it to the countries where they are needed. You can do this in 2 ways. Free on board basis. When you export using free on board basis, you will bear the cost of every expense up to the shipping point. Cost, insurance, and freight basis. On this basis, you will bear the transportation and insurance cost up to the final destination. Note that immediately after you receive an order, you will need a shipping company to work with to help you transport the product to your buyers. Sometimes your buyer will tell you to package the product. Some may ask you to ship them in bulk, while some others may decide that you package them in small units for them to handle easily. For instance, charcoal is being packaged in 25 kg bags, which is the standard in international export, but some buyers may decide that you package them in 10 kg and 5 kg sacks. In conclusion, charcoal exportation has become a lucrative business in Nigeria due to the growing demand for the product in international markets. However, it is essential that the government and industrial players work together to ensure the sustainability of Nigeria's forests and the long-term viability of the charcoal export business. Do not forget to check out our videos made with Nigerian young entrepreneurs and talents on assessing their creativity and their distinct ability from others. This category of the Thumbs Up Show is called Creativity Got Me. The idea is to inspire other young talents out there on doing what they do better and getting more creative and lucrative with it. My name remains Aziz Agbola, a smooth called A Silva. Thanks very much and see you again.